Welcome everyone to 7 Minutes or Less, talking about the shows you love and want to get into. Today we will be talking about Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2. And much like my first review of Ash vs. Evil Dead, this will be a spoiler-free review. As for Season 1 though, we're going to have to spoil the ending a little bit, so if you haven't seen Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1, go for it. It's good. It's gory as hell, but good. But with that said, we're going to have to dive into Season 1 ending territory, so you can stop the video now if you need to, but other than that, we're going to dive into this. Our wonderful batch of characters find themselves in a sort of okay position considering the finale of Season 1 had Ash make a deal with Ruby. A deal that entailed Ruby to resurrect her children and rule over them with total control if Ash stands down. Ash, in turn, will get to go to his dream state, Jacksonville, with his friends Pablo and Kelly. Thing is, in the beginning of Season 2, Ruby gets a real rude awakening that her children can resist her control, and they all have an insidious plan. So in turn, she has no choice but to break the truce to get Ash to help her. Thus, the chaos ensues. A lot of people die, a lot of craziness happens, and a lot of Ash-isms. Forewarnings, insidious plots on the rise, and only one man can stop it. Ash Williams, but not without a help along the way. Kelly doesn't quite get a bigger role in this season, however, she does get a lot of callings to be her own leader, and she definitely helps out where and if she needs to. But the person who does get the short end of the stick is Pablo. Pablo's role does expand considerably to a high degree, to where you really feel for the guy and everything that happens to him, but that's really all I can say without getting into spoilers. So while I feel I have to do my part in saying the show is good or not, I usually watch a good number of shows and thoroughly enjoy them. I give recommendations and ratings that are in positive limelights. In this case, Ash vs. Evil Dead appeals to a certain audience, a rather small one at that. The reason being comes to the content of these said situations our characters go through. So while Season 2 is good, if not better in plot, it's insanely gory. But you guys kind of would know that in a show like this. It's nuts. Big whoop. What else do you got for me? How about gross? And I mean, there are moments in this show I didn't think they would go as far as they did. There is a scene in the morgue where Ash has to find the Necronomicon, and instead of it being just a simple find, it becomes, well, really nasty. Intrigued yet? Well, that's what you're going to see in this second season. A whole lot of gross situations, gory outcomes, and foul dialogue. But I find myself interested in seeing where the story will go next. Like, with no spoilers, I can tell you while some things in the first, say, 4 to 5 episodes, it's a little repetitive. But by episode 5, a new bad guy comes in, and he does shake things up in an interesting way. I liked it a lot. The finale kind of has things wrap up in a very decent way, and despite one loose end kind of saying, hey, we'll be back for a third season, though of course it has just enough to say, no, we've got a little bit more story in us. I just gotta say, to be honest, despite the repetitiveness, this was yet again another fun season filled with blood, guts, nasty to silly humor meant for the fans of Evil Dead nonsense. I had a blast, and dare I say, I'm having a small twinge of realizing that this is only one more season left in this show, and I'm kind of not looking forward to it. But for that, I'm going to give Ash vs. Evil Dead a good, solid B. Season 3 is up next. Stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing Ash vs. Evil Dead and found my review interesting enough or informative enough, give me a like, maybe a share, and if you would be so gracious to help me out, subbing would make all the difference. If you're new here, I do TV show reviews in 7 minutes or less, a trailer to film analysis with new released movies with a spin-off of Love Like Hate, which are movies I've never seen in the theater, and it all comes down to universe reviews, that I take movies and or TV shows that set up a universe. Your support means everything to me, and just by that alone, I'll get you more reviews in the future.